Okay. The friends, the topic of today's lecture is get ready for biotech entrepreneurship. Now, we have already decided, many of you, I consider that the audience might consist of the students from the biotechnology. There are also chances that students from the other departments are also there. But I will refer them as a biotech people, biotech students, if they have one of the subject at the biology. Because biotech is not much more different with respect to the biology. We have to learn the biology, and along with the biology we have to find the applications, and that is nothing but the biotech. Now, as this is a part of workshop, I also request particularly the students to please have a notebook with you or a pen or paper. That will help you yourself after conducting the lecture, because it is a very boring job nowadays to listen a lecture online. Teachers enforce us, and we have to no choice, and we have to attend these lectures. This is very hectic nowadays become. But I saying this is the not a typical lecture, this is the workshop. Total interactions are expected. I'm going to allow you to interact with me also, but I request that please be with a notebook, a pen, and hence for whatever important point you find in my lecture you have to write down. Actually, it is not possible to discuss with each other face to face because a lot of technical difficulties are there. But I have prepared the so many lecture, my lectures as interactive one. Hence, for Latin or also you can think. The first, I always ask the question that why we educate ourselves. So we have different goals for individual development, for the progress of family, for the progress of society, for the progress of nation, and for the overall progress of humanity. This might be a possible reason. Then for that purpose, education up to the 12th is okay. Okay, but why we are particularly should continue with the tertiary education? I am referring tertiary education as a particular to the BSc, BTech, or MSc and PhD. It is all other component of the tertiary education. So why somebody should continue the education up to the tertiary level or the BSc or MSc or MJ? I also give the answer to this particular question afterwards. But let me clear that what is expected from the tertiary education is that we should become an independent thinker. Okay, we should develop a thinking ability, understanding ability, capability. We should not like that somebody will tell the work to you, then we have to follow. Somebody will give the direction and we have to follow. It's not like that. It's not expected from the higher education. We have to execute, we have to find a path. Here, the three words are very much important because without which I can't go further. There is a hobby, job, career. Many students I say that, sir, we are just interested in education, we are continuing passion for the learning and all these things. It's okay, but it is some sort of a hobby. And hobbies are the activities which are done for the personal pleasure. Say, for example, somebody is collecting the stamp, somebody is collecting some coins. Personal pleasure is there, it not guarantee that it will contribute to any development of the society. While job is another thing, in this we perform the activities which are performed in a typical social setup in exchange for the payment to build the trees. Society in need of things. For example, myself is doing the job of a teacher. So why? Because in society, I find that so many students are there. They need education, and hence for government appointed me an offer. But and why I am offering my job? Why I am offering my duties? Because I am interested to build my personal treasure, not a pleasure. Huh? Treasure is a different. Sampatti ala treasure munat. Pleasure means happiness. In order to achieve my bread and butter, to build a house, to maintain my family, to maintain my personal things, I always involve in a job. And as far as education is concerned, we always interested that after completion of education I will got a job. I think this is the wrong integration whatever I, because I am not expert in the entrepreneurship to talk here, but still I am talking because I can guide so many lot of important. Then third option is this, that is the career. The career is a series of activity which propagate in a social asset Every and each activity of the career are responsible to propagate the social improvement of the society, to build the values, and it also gives the guarantee of personal pleasure and also generate the personal treasure. Means suppose I am interested in only pleasure, I have to nurture the hobbies. I have to just build my treasure, then I have to do the job. And suppose my expectation is that I have to fulfill the pleasure as well as the treasure in my life, I have to build my career. For example, Sachin Tendulkar has made a career in a cricket. And due to this, what happens? He got a personal pleasure because there is a joy of playing, and along with that, he accumulated so many important personal treasure. Those people which found the interest in their field, they always have got both the things, pleasure and grief. And henceforth, what I think that rather than nurturing as a hobby anything Sunday Monday, or doing just a job like me, I request all of the students to please think, possibilities are there or not be there, but please think to try to make a career as far as biotechnology is concerned. And I think biotech entrepreneurship is the promise you to build your life a particular interesting career. Now, what happens as far as the world is concerned? Currently, it is facing the pandemic that is known to us, but we should know that the current world population is the 7.6 billion, and it is increasing every year by 83 million people. I'm talking about the whole globe. Okay, now the economy of the 21st century has important challenges also, because once the population is increasing and keep increasing, then are the three important things are going to happen. First thing is that the global population becomes a challenge. Climate change, that is the problem we are facing nowadays. Also, we are witnessing the various news as far as the Maharashtra itself or throughout the world. These are continuously happening climatic changes, and that disasters are there. The third thing is that the threat related to the environment and health, we are currently facing to the threat due to the environmental changes and health. Okay, and this is the report provided by the United Nations. The three things are there. Okay, no problem. That's happening as far as the word is concerned. But as a biology student, as a biotech student, what should be my perspective? I have to just talk that the we can't progress just due to the increase in population. We can't progress just due to the climatic changes. We can't make have a progress. We're not a typical villager peoples. We are the so many times and we are discussing. We are the well-educated person, and that from us it is expected to have. So we have to develop our own perspective. Hence, I expect that the students should sharpen their views and also clear the concept regarding to the biotechnology and entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship, what is actually the R.S. Patil sir rightly say that it is a setting the business or a complex of the business. At a time, you can also open so many business. Okay, I witnessed the Lonkheda Parisar, Shada Parisar, and due to the virtue of Honorable P.K. Patil sir. So this is the entrepreneurship, because there are the setting a lot of business. There is distillery is there, then the sugar factory is there, then the paper plant is there. These are the nothing but the entrepreneurship venture done by him. Here, what happens? It is always taking on a financial risk. Whenever you are building the business, at that time, always there is a financial risk. And wherever the financial risk is there, that is a part of the entrepreneurship. Otherwise, not. Okay. And of course, it is everything is for the profit. Profit of individual, profit of family, or profit of society, whatever you broaden your views. But this is the financial risky behavior to build the business in order to get the profit, and this is nothing but a simple definition of entrepreneurship. Then it is the central element of the growth and economic development. You cannot witness, as I have seen that the lot of beautiful things are, even the college itself is the where we are sitting as far as this college is. So this is the output of the entrepreneurship done by the Honorable P.K. Patil. Otherwise, not possible. Means it is contributing to growth and economic development. And one thing you should keep in mind that in absence of it, abundant and available economic process, maybe progress cannot be achieved. Means if you are not entering in the entrepreneurship era, entrepreneurship reason, then In absence of aid, there will not any economic resources, and there is no any progress will be there. And so, be familiar with the three words. One is the entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise. The entrepreneur is the person who is doing the daring to build up the business. Entrepreneurship is the process of building such a business, and enterprise is the nothing but the outcome or the product of that thing. I think during your education, you have to think on this. And our education system, forgive me, but too much poor. We are creating the students, candidate for they can offer a very nice job. Even myself offering a very nice job, but entrepreneurship qualities are not there, and that is a major. Then once you get clear as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, now you have to discuss regarding to the biotech field. Why should I aware about the biotech? Once again, I am expecting, I am repeating the thing is that biotech means not a BSc and MSc biotechnology student. For me, BSc zoology, microbiology, chemistry students along with the biology, all are the biotech peoples, and everything is the biotechnology. Okay, so I think you should write in your notebook how should I complete the curriculum, is how to complete the degree, and what extracurricular and co-curricular activity I should execute. These are the two very important questions. You have to imagine, you have to think on that. My next paragraphs, my next talk will help you, assist you to think regarding to the give the answer as far as these both the questions are concerned. Then biotechnology, majority of us, you know that this is the started. The word is coined by the Hungarian engineer Karl Erecki, and he has coined first time the term biotechnology. At that time, cultivation of pig at the large scale and then supply it for the food. This is the considered as a biotechnology. But today, this is the well matured branch of the science. Not only the branch of the science, but it is an applied branch of the science. It has a tremendous application, tremendous potential. Hence, for the biotechnology is the applied science which studies the use of living organism or a component of the living organism, because study of enzymes, study of cell organism is also the component of the biotechnology. And for what purpose? In order to make, modify, or improve the products for the specific use. Means you have to make, generate, you have to modify already available, or you have to induce an improvement as far as the existing product are concerned by using the living organism or the component of the living cell. One thing keep in mind that already given two questions, and while answering these two questions you have to must, this is a very important point, you should think that the modern biotechnology needs the molecular and computational skill, hence we give the proper weightage as far as these things happens. Now suppose you want to establish a biotechnology firm. Okay, my talk is, today's talk is not to get the job in the biotechnology, because what I think that the getting a job is a very nice thing, getting a higher salaried job is a very nice thing, but offering the job is, I think, the greatest of great thing. And offering the job to so many things, it is the greatest of thing. And entrepreneurship expect that you should be the not a job seeker, you should be the job giver, job generator, and that requires a lot of energy. And just in order to how it is made possible as far as biotechnology is concerned, that we are going to discuss. So suppose if we restrict our attention as far as biotechnology is concerned, you will find there are the traditional biotechnology products are there, handful of products are there, bread, cheese, wine, beer, and these are all worldwide. These are nothing but the exploiting the microorganisms, take advantage of microorganisms in order to achieve the large scale production. You can't believe that even alcohol maintain the economy. If you read the newspaper, you see that due to the alcohol, we can afford, we can government can afford the expenditure. Without it, it's not possible. And so, in with positive, in with a totally different juncture, you have to see as far as these things are. Traditionally, so many antibiotics are available, so many vitamins are also available, so many organic acids are also available. I will explain, and during learning you are going to. But these are the potential products you can start entrepreneurship. And there is always a scope to prepare a new variety of a bread. There is always scope to develop a new variety of cheese, new type of wine, novel ways to create a beer, novel ways to create alcohol. There are always there. Hence, although these are the traditional products, but is then second thing is that the innovative biotech products are also there. Whether anybody knows that which is the most poisonous component on this planet, most poisonous, it is not a poison from the ant snake, it is the toxin secreted by the clostridium botulinum. It is analogy that suppose if a single cup vaccine is sorry toxin is available, that is sufficient to kill the all population. Means just 25 ml of that toxin will sufficient to kill all population. So deadly, so poisonous, and that is obtained from the clostridium botulinum organism. The one company has developed the product from that toxin, because although in excess this is the toxin, the 12 unit of that toxin, the commercial name of that product is the Botox. This Botox is nothing but the botulinum. The 12 units if you are injected to the face, so this is the crow's feet, means due to the aging or due to the other problems also, the skin get wrinkled, and this is the much more problem as far as the cosmetic fields are concerned. Women and also the many times the men are also worry about wrinkles are. So this product generated by the company, of course its cost is different thing and ethics is also different thing. I'm not going to much talk regarding, but how we can generate the innovative product, that I want to explain here. The hair, suppose if injected hair after the 2 weeks of the treatment, the wrinkles are not there, you are appearing youth, the face is glorious. So that is the thing. So although this is not a formally available product, but due to the knowledge of botulinum, I know somebody has discovered the botulinum toxin, somebody has characterized the toxic property, somebody says that it is a neurotransmitter, and somebody in very diluted form taken the advantage and then build up the innovative product. This is the just example. There are so many examples as far as biotech products are concerned. Not only innovative product, but in futuristic biotech products, you can't imagine whatever you are saying, even the childish thoughts are also going to happen in futures also. For example, suppose if somebody doesn't have the leg, they can have a human leg prepared in the laboratory, titanium peg leg, then the leg arrives to the peak, then the robot leg, then the crown root. These all might be possible in the future, not today. Today is also so many options are there, but in the future there are so many options are there. Hence, so the biotechnology have ability to have a futuristic products also, although these are not part. So one by one, I am going to discuss the things. And so you are not aware that the biotechnology industry is the very important industry. Why? Because it presents a very high level of diversity. Zoology, part of biotechnology. Microbiology, part of biotechnology. Botany, part of biotechnology. Chemistry, chemical engineering, genetic engineering, so many area, majority of areas are covered by the biotechnology industry. Hence, it is the diverse platform. Second thing, it always offers the challenge to develop the product. Saying it is a capacity to generate the innovative products in the market. Every year you will find the different products. Okay, then the most of the products are the result of the research carried out in the universities, research institute and laboratories. I think you are also lucky that I know the Shada departments, biotechnology, microbiology department is too much active as far as research is concerned. And even if you approach them, they have discovered so many important ideas with them. They can establish an industry on that. Then second, that it has a rising growth rate. All these products are always responsible to progress. And next, very important thing, there are the possibilities are enormous. Generally, it is said that the sky is the limit. But when we discuss regarding the potential of the biotechnology, we have to say that the sky is the lower limit. Means there are tremendous scopes are there. So you are lucky that you are the part of this important discipline, and hence okay, and scope is always there. Friends, what happens, although we say that the word is a complete, But I think there are so many lacunas are there. So this is the very famous Subhashit by the Acharya Chanakya. He says, Gandham Suvarne Phalam Mikshudande Nakari Pushpam Khalu Chandanasya Vidwanam Dvipati Dirgajevi Dhatu Pura Kopena Buddhido Bhuta. What it means? That gold doesn't carry any fragrance. Sugarcane doesn't have the fruits. Sandalwood doesn't have the flowers. Scholars are not wealthy, and king is never a long aged. Why did the prescience was not given to Brahma? Brahma means the creator, as far as the Indian philosophy concerned. So he is asking the question to the Brahma, the creator of this world, that why the sugarcane doesn't carry the fruit. Because if the fruits are there at sugarcane, itself the stem is so sweet, the fruits will be sweetest of sweet. Okay. If the sandalwood have the flower, then the flower will be even if the stem is giving the fragrance, beautiful fragrance as comparable with the flowers, so the flowers will be. So these are the lacuna, whatever Chanakya found. Similarly, there are so many things are there as far as humanitarian views are concerned. We find that this should be improved in this way, and that challenge can be satisfied. Of course, there are the problems with respect to ethics also, but that is not my topic of discussion, and hence I'm not touching to that. But the ethical problems are also. So these are the several examples. So these are the blue varieties of maize. These are the golden rice that is rich in carotene. This is the black wheat. This is the insulin. Prior to that, we have to slaughter the animals, and now it is available in the and that make sophisticated variants. This is the spirulina. Just 30 40 years ago, only the astronaut used this spirulina as a food, but now you and me can be used as a food. And COVID itself, that giving the relief. These all are the counteract that the word is included, and to complete that word, these are the possible options are. And always biotechnology always commit to have build expand the quality. And what is the definition of quality? Quality is the degree of excellence and index of the customer satisfaction. Suppose you are decided to become an entrepreneur, then I give a guarantee that the customers are never going to satisfy. Customers are always remain unsatisfied. They always in search of a different variety products are there, and suppose these kind. Suppose if the vaccine, only one vaccine is not, somebody says that the two doses are more, somebody have the only one dose, then the one company comes and they have built up the vaccine with a single dose. In future the injection is not expected. Somebody should develop an edible vaccine. In edible vaccines are also developed, means you can define a quality in terms of customers, and customers demands are always there. Okay, and so this is the scope of biotechnology, and today it is a well established field. It is recognized as the red biotechnology, yellow biotechnology, blue biotechnology, green biotechnology, brown biotechnology, black biotechnology, white biotechnology, mustard biotechnology, or the gray biotechnology. These are the just like a rainbow versions, all shades are there. Red biotechnology deals with the medicinal field. Yellow biotechnology deals with the foods. Blue technology, blue biotechnology deals with marine products. Green biotechnology, agriculture products. Brown biotechnology with engineered plants, transgenic plant. Black biotechnology, that is the bioterrorism. This is the actually the banned part, but still the word is working. White, that is the gene-based bioproducts. Mustard, nanobiotechnology. And gray means the typical traditional products are there. So all shades are there as far as biotechnology is concerned. Then important question arises. No problem that the biotechnology is so vast field, it is a committed field, it is a potential field. But whether it is support the startups. So for that purpose, you write down the two questions in your notebook. Biotech products are required as a daily need. Innovative products are generated from the biotech principles. The answer is yes. Biotech field is the prime as far as the offering the startups to initiate the business. If you doesn't have the novel idea, come in a biotechnology, will definitely got ideas. Because you know that the biotechnology deals at the DNA level, mRNA level, proteins are there, and metabolites. And for your convenience, study of DNA becomes a genomics nowadays. Study of mRNA, transcriptomics, study of proteins, proteomics, metabolite. and nothing but these all are nothing but the products in the DNA is the product. DNA is the have a cell value. How to generate and all this thing I will explain. mRNA has cell value. Proteins, so many protein, cosmetic protein, food proteins, so many proteins are there, metabolites are. Just give me a feedback whether I am audible. Hello.
Yes, sir. You are.
Okay, thank you. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss. The first is the medicinal biotechnology for the disease modeling, clinical therapy, drug discovery, development. These are the things are happening worldwide. You might know that the world is thinking or giving much more dedication as far as the stem cell biotechnology is concerned. I'm not going to this detail because these are already the part of your curriculum and Ullas Patil going to study as far as these things. Just I want to collaborate as far as the all these things are concerned. Then the pharmacogenomics, toxicogenomics, then toxicity screening, drug discovery to prepare the diagnostic, to have generate the computer aided drug discovery or organ in dish. This is a totally novel concept. This is the success story in 1997. This is the true. This is not imaginary picture. The vacancy sheet, that is a published paper also, reported the successful growth of a human ear like structure on the back. Suppose if somebody has doesn't carry the ear, you have to cut this ear, and that is grown to the genetic modification. Whether it is ethical or not, that is a different thing. And today also, even the chemical industries are also carrying without a carrying conducting the ethics. That is the different issue. We have to also take care of the ethics. I'm not saying that the, but the this has made the life of the human being is much more easy and sophisticated. Then you may ask the question, that it's okay that the word is discovering the so many things, so many novel drug and all these things. What is what is potential, whether it is whether I can establish the entrepreneurship business in the shada taluka level, at the district level, whether it is possible? Yes friend, it is possible. You can start with the disinfectant preparation. Today you find that the disinfectant is totally modified. Formerly, we deal with the Dettol and Savron, all this, and today alcohol sanitizer. That is created. Excess use of whenever I interact with the people, they said that due to the excess use of this alcohol sanitizer, there is a dehydration scheme become a white. And you have to modify. You have to add such a component which rehydrate the skin and then launch a new product. Okay. You can prepare a new disinfectant which will carry the alcohol and it will still it will be less harmful. So there is a tremendous. Okay, I know that within a Shada there is a lot of cotton cultivation is there. Khandesh overall it is known for the you can prepare a sterile absorbent cotton bundle and supply it. It is not a much more novel idea. People are already doing at Pune and all these things. We are transporting our cotton to them and they are processing. And then once again, we have. Suppose if you are just calculated the market, how the absorbent cotton is required in the Nandurbar district, and that calculated, and that you have to purchase from the, some farmer, and then have a machinery, and then develop the sterile absorbent cotton, sterilize it, gamma radiation chamber, and okay. Cost is of course there, but the government is nowadays ready to afford. And even you will find so many rich people, or you can make a group of people and then you can start such. You can prepare the diagnostic kit preparation. You might not know the Vidal test, ABO blood group kits. These are prepared somewhat company. I'm not know the exact name, but in Chopra there is one company. They are supplying the Vidal kit at the Pune. Okay, then you can establish a toxicity evaluation lab because tremendous research is going on as far as the thing. So whether your compound which is discovered by the pharmacy college student or PhD students, also many companies are there. You have to collect the data that who is working to develop the product. Just you have to develop available the cell line. It is possible in Shada, in Taluka places also it is possible to maintain the things. If electricity is one of the problem, but if you solve that problem, then you can check the hepatotoxicity means whether it is toxic to hepatic cell or not. Cardiotoxicity means whether it is toxic to the cardiac cell or not. Genotoxicity means whether it is these all the things which are already studied in the part of your curriculum that just you have to execute, and it is possible to establish a toxicity evaluation lab in any taluka place because still after availability of so many labs in the so many locations, still there is a continuous demand as far as these things are concerned. So that are the possible options in the local market. Drug discovery is the continuous approach. Discovery of vitamins, discovery of vitamin formulation, discovery of new soaps, discovery of new products. Just go to the medical field and just say that I have the dandruff problem. Just give me 5 soaps which are available in medical. He will show you. So already, just to solve the problem of the dandruff is caused by the Malaysia purpur. The biotechnology students should make a research on that, and you have to make a formulate the some component which are already available, and after formulation you can make your own product, and if it is giving the nice result, then you after will become the brand and become a popular. So that is the always, and at a various level means during the discovery, during the evaluation, during the launching, during the marketing, continuously the inputs of biotechnologies are needed, and rather than having a job you can establish it at your own. Then plant biotechnology, these are the lot of success story in my nation. The plant tissue culture labs are there. I know the several farmers in Shirpur and Shahdas, they becomes richer and richer due to they are just transformed their agriculture field from the normal traditional farming to the typical tissue culture farm. You can develop a molecular marker in order to check the whether this particular banana is proper or not. For that purpose, you can develop a molecular marker. Okay, in order to check the which disease is there, in order to communicate that nobody from Mumbai, nobody from Pune, or nobody from New York, Tokyo will going to make a molecular marker for the plant which are abundantly available, and diseases which are caused in the shada. You can build up the things. Then the marker assisted selection, molecular breeding products, genetic engineering products, development and collection of the mutants, because you know that there are so many mutants varieties. As far as indoor plants are concerned, there are so many mutants are there. Henceforth, you will find that the white hibiscus is there, yellow hibiscus is there, then the red hibiscus is there. What are these? These are nothing but the mutant. You can develop your own nurseries also. Development of the mutant detection methods, mutant analysis. For example, as far as crops are concerned, how these are whether the mutant varieties are developed or not. We can establish a micro propagation company, tissue culture services, developing a new GM crop varieties, GM plant, and biofactories. Nowadays, so many even cosmetic products are generated within a plant by using algae. Okay, and these are the $1 trillion products are there. We can export even these things. So these are the world level experts are doing as far as the plant biotechnology concerned. But it also keep the potential market as far as the local market is concerned. At your place also, you can induce the organic farming. Whole world is changing, and there is much more manpower. Resources are lacking. Organic farming are concerned. You can manufacture and supply the biofertilizer. You have to develop the and supply the plant tissue culture. Cultivation of non-traditional plant. Okay, just said as is that the some farmers are trying to cultivate the Kashmirian apple at Khandeshri. So this is the new venture. This is the bio-entrepreneurship, because to know what is the climatic condition, what are the microflora, what are the things. People are also done previously, but as a biotechnology will do the more scientifically. Hence, it is possible. Plant pathology lab, soil testing lab. These are the demand, because farmers can easily afford nowadays. Okay, then research on the plant geography index. You might know that the Tur Dal is the get a geography index of the Nawapur region. So there is this particular variety is cultivated in Nawapur region due to this kind of flavor is there. Then you have to search out why this particular flavor is there, whether the microorganisms are involved, whether the particular genes are involved, and if you establish the research companies also, they can you can export such kind of things also. Then to protect the environment, that is the challenge, and biotechnology provide the phytoremediation, mycoremediation, microbial or the vermemediation, oil spill biomediation, microbial biomediation, natural plant protection products or the bio. So these all products are protecting the environment, and that government imposing. Suppose if establish the companies based on this product, this government is helping at a local level. So these are all the things you might learn in the biotechnology: biopile, windrow, bioreactor, land farming, biosulfuring, bioventing, bioseparating, bioremediation. Who know details about these all these terminology? Friends, it is a biotechnologist. You you know, and if you not know, collect the details. And these are the well established scientific techniques given the relief to the so many developed countries. And there is a tremendous need as far as India is concerned, our villages are concerned, our cities are concerned, because we are facing a severe problem as far as the waste is concerned. And only the biotechnologies, by means of virtue of various techniques, can give proof. You can there is so many plants, they can absorb the toxic metals, they process the metals, means automatically your word is clean by these plants, not only by the plant but by microorganisms. Means rhizofiltration is there, phytofiltration is there, so many integrated approaches are there. Lot of well established positive results are available in form of research. Only thing is that somebody has to take a lead and that execute. But still many people have done this successful idea. I know the so many entrepreneurs who are working in Pune and Mumbai, they are successful as far as these ventures are concerned. Only thing is that this is also expected to execute in this. Suppose you want to establish in the local market as far as the treatment waste treatment is concerned, you can collaborate with Nagarpalika, Mahanagarpalika, and have a waste treatment processing plant. Again, you can collaborate with the vegetable market and collect the food and waste, and then we can make a fertilizer and supply the bioculture. Okay, don't compare with the traditional things. All you have to do with a very scientific way. If you are doing the scientific way, the bioculture or the biofertilizer grow in the Shada have a market in Germany also, market in France also. You will get a return in the dollar, because nowadays connectivity is also not an issue. Then you can prepare the soil conditioner, you can prepare the micronutrient for the indoor plant. Indoor plant is the gardening is also become too much popular. You can capture, see the market, and then the efficient waste utilization at the temple. This is a very novel idea. There are so many temples throughout the day. Hundreds of visitors are visiting to the temples, and they are offering the garlands and flowers and all these things. You have to collect all the garlands and appoint one pujari. That is just process, and I will give earthworm to you. I will provide the culture to you, and I will collect this fertilizer. Okay, and in Indore, I have seen this very positively that they are immediately available for the in the म्हणजे मंदिरातलं निर्माल्य गोळा करायचं, प्रोसेस करायचं बायोटेक्नॉलॉजिकल वे, and then just once you are going, we have to return it, and then you have to give the very beautiful nirmalyache fertilizer, the God's touch fertilizer. In that way also marketing can be done. These are the so many important and interesting ideas are. In food, there is a tremendous scope. Fermentation products are nowadays becoming popular. Okay, in Hyderabad, you will find that at the morning, people are collecting the idli batter. Okay, means just you have to prepare a huge, massive level. Means at a time you have to supply to thousands people idli batter, and that is paper throughout the night, and then on the next day you have to just sell it half kilo, 1 kilo, half kilo, 1 kilo, and thousands of people are asking for that thing. But without the knowledge of biotechnology and fermentation, you can't. I don't think that the people can get success in preparing a large scale idli batter. Then food grade enzymes are there, food hydrolysates are prepared. For example, there are so many novel foods are available, and from that you can make a hydrolysate from the food. New probiotics, you can develop new probiotics, new prebiotics, new symbiotics which support the microbiome. Nowadays the microbiome is a much more conscious field, and in that you have to develop the product. Means you have to take such a food which will help to a positive bacteria to grow inside them, because obesity, it is a clear fact that due to the microorganism obesity is there. It is not due to the lethargic thing. Hence, if you allowed a positive or the good microorganisms within your gastrointestinal tract, and such a products are referred as the symbiotics, then you can improve the food and nutrition using bio compound. Then you can prepare the nutraceutical food. Okay. I can share the one pickle is available. I visited at the Nainital, and in Nainital's hotel, one pickle I got, a pouch of pickles. And just for an interest, I see in that pickle. This pickle is manufactured in the Dharangaon. The Dharangaon's pickle can sold to the Nainital. This is the possibility. Henceforth, there is a tremendous. Only thing is that you don't rely on a traditional technique. Do with a much more science, genes, gene marker, technology, continuous development. You can also search out the biopreservation food method. This is the really a challenging word. Nowadays, majority of food, whether it is farsan, chuda, or whether these are the sweets, they constitute the harmful chemical preservatives. So by means of bacteriocin or by means of natural preservatives which are available in the plants, you can also establish extraction of some important from the lavang or from the garlic, from the onion, and then you can supply it as a biopreservative. So that is also a company you can do. Along with that, the traditional, all these things are also available for the biotechnologist. Okay. You can establish a fermented food restaurant. I already given the idea that the people becomes too choosy as far as the foods are concerned. Henceforth, this will be successful idea. You can prepare this probiotic, prebiotic because of the microbiome awareness. Then edible color you can synthesize from the so many plants, and that can you can sell. Okay, so this is the much more professional and much more helping to the humanities. So these are the, for example, you can also supply a starter culture. आपण virgin म्हणतो. So suppose there are so many bacteria. Once these are added, the curd is the sweet. There are so many bacteria that when these are added, the curd is sour. So suppose you can have two products. There is, if you taken this inoculum and added into the milk, you will got the sweet curd. If you got a sour curd or least sour curd. Such kind of options are provided by the lactic acid bacteria. Only thing is that nowadays those who are selling this product, these are not a by means of a scientific way. Hence, appropriate every time a same kind of curd taste is not there. But suppose if you have developed isolated the culture and then these cultures are made available, every time you got the same quality curds are possible and you become a popular. So these are already established things. I'm not going to repeat because already these are the part of acetic acid, lactic acid. Okay, suppose if you succeed in the discovery of such a lactic acid bacteria, to change the technology. Currently, the citric acid or the glucose citric acid mixture is given to the patient. But suppose if the lactic acid is available in on the large scale, lactic acid is more convenient, more absorbed by the patient. And suppose you can also replace the technology. Only thing is that the lactic acid synthesis by means of fermentation as compared to the citric acid is a costly, hence that is the thing. But otherwise, this is also one of the options. So many amino acids you can generate, antibiotics you can generate, enzymes are. No doubt that the jobs are available, but at your own level, you have to create an entrepreneur as far as your things are. So these are already established companies. So these are also an option. Rather than taking a new venture, you can also produce the citric acid, cellulase, cheese, enzymes, gibberellic acid, vitamins at price your industry. Okay, this is a very nice thing that the biotech offer the startups, but the problem is that there is one share that one said that the समुंदर पार कर जाऊंगा वो शख्स कहता था लेकिन हाथ में कागज की नाव लेकर आता. You can't cross the sea with just by preparing the boat of pages. You have to build the huge boat, strong boat. You have to build yourself strong. And forgive me, our education system not allow any things that our student can transform and understand. And more frankly, friends, it's not also possible to inculcate, not to teach skill. Because how I can inspire you? So, for example, I can explain the topic to you, but if you until and unless you are not decided yourself to get involved, then not all possible. I give these two questions with you. Write down what will offer me to be a biotech degree and how should I train myself to acquire the skill to require the entrepreneurship. Whether entrepreneur is present in me or not, or I want to build entrepreneur. मी एक यशस्वी उद्योजक बायोटेक्नॉलॉजी यशस्वी उद्योजक माझ्यामध्ये आहे किंवा नाही किंवा निर्माण करू शकतो का, that I am going to particularly emphasize. Already given that the biotechnology is the mixture of so many things, you should have a knowledge by means of microbiology, zoology, botany, and then also you can do the biotechnology, inorganic chemistry, organic, analytical, computer science. Also, you can come from the chemical engineering, biochemistry, or the biotechnology. Even the physics people can approach the biotech. It is a very beautiful combination of the subject. It touches to the all the disciplines. So here, what you have to do, you have to perform the graduate and postgraduate studies. But while doing, not only get the marks. Nowadays, the getting marks is too much easy. આજકાલ everybody's got a O grade. So don't have the impression. This is just label. You are not proved your values. Okay. So what I respect that if you dedicate yourself with several skills and train yourself, then and then you become a biotech entrepreneur. Degree of any of the subject will offer you a job, and job doesn't guarantee you about a pleasure. Job give a treasure. Job commit you the home, job commit you the car, job commit you the 2 3 homes, but the job doesn't give the satisfaction. For example, whether I am giving a lecture here, I am whether I am due to the compulsory enforcement by the RS Patil sir or Mural Jogi madam, or due to the my own pleasure, you can't guess. Okay, so this is the part of a job. So it gives some treasure, but not guarantee about the pleasure. But when the Sachin Tendulkar plays, playing is a pleasure and also generate the treasure. And so, when the Dhirubhai Ambani or the Ambani brothers, when they were working at that time, they are doing executing with the pleasure, and hence they have made the career. So, in order to build the biotech entrepreneur, you have to develop several skill training. Of course, by interacting with the teachers, but don't rely on the teachers only. Go beyond that and also ask to the successful people, because what you have the beautiful knowledge of all basic things are there. You now conversant with the pipetting, you now have the ability to handle the DNA, RNA. You have a lot of knowledge as far as sales concerned. But what about you? Whether you tolerate the pressure or not, what about the market? For that purpose, you have to extend yourself as far as skills and trainings are concerned. Then you will become a good entrepreneurship. What I suggest you that please do the BSc in biotechnology, microbiology, hospital management, microbial biotechnology, biochemistry, bioinformatics, forensic science, dairy microbiology, agriculture microbiology, immunology, chemistry with the biology subject, or the biophysics. Tremendous. I might think this list is a shorter open. Botany also, geology also, that all are. You have to do the degree in that and also continue with the MSc. I not suggest that everybody should do the PhD. Suppose you are decided to become an entrepreneur, then the PhD is not a good choice. But okay, no problem. Suppose you have the affordable and if you have time, you can optionally can go. And once you have collected the knowledge, then what happens as far as BSc, MSc, and PhD is concerned, it committed to clear our basic concept. After completion, I have 80% marks, and during my job interview, somebody checked that I have the basic concept clear. Then I have critical logical thinking. Then I have the practical skill to handle, perform the electrophoresis. I have ability to handle the techniques. I can handle the HPLC, GLC. Then I also have nurtured the good communication skill by ways of various activities like gathering and NSS and all these things. I also developed the body language computational skills. Means education give us so many things to you. A degree in biotechnology or in biology offers a lot of things. Lot of improvements are inculcated by the degree by your teacher. But still these are not sufficient. Suppose you have to become a entrepreneur, then there are several important tasks are there that you have to build or search. Probably these are already present there. Okay, so example, I have the how I guess that the student possesses these things. Suppose the many times this is the from 2 years. This is I'm not a okay, having experience, but formally the students approaches me as head of department, sir. We want to have a welcome function or a send off function. Then I will give the permission, no problem. Then they make a groups, and then somebody says I will be the announcer, I will be the presenter, then I will do the dance, and I will do the in that among that one person is there. He says that the first of all everybody should collect the 100 rupees, then and then you can conduct the program, because in the program we have to offer a kachori or a food or to all seniors or to teachers and to ourselves, and for that purpose this budget, for the mic system this budget and this budget, this becomes this particular person is smart, and hence the entrepreneur is already in view. Majority of it is already present there. You have to just So what you have to think that during the education, taking education, BSc, MSc or PhD or particularly during MSc, what you have to decide that I will develop or on my own enterprise. माझा स्वतःचा एक product राहील. Consider it. Second thing is that you should take a moderate risk. Risk without risk, the fruits are not good. You should be the innovative. Don't just follow, learn the technique, okay, learn that. No, not like that. Whether the alternative names, alternative technique is available, whether the same task is done by the other way, whether the same task is done by the other options, be innovative. Because how somebody can have idea that the botox or the botulinum toxin, which is the very highest toxic material on this planet, which is useful for the cosmetic purpose, who can think? Only the innovative people can. Is a pursuer, he is a follower. एखाद्या गोष्टीचा मागे लागणं, you should to event of the pursuer, you should pursue. Reflect the strong urge to be independent. Don't depend on others, that somebody will take decision for you and then will decide, okay, whether I have to do the PhD or I have to do the job. Then somebody says you do the job in this industry, okay, I will do that. No, you have to develop your own thinking. Persistently tries to do the something better. Don't execute the thing. Suppose one task is given to you, that just do this task, try to do it better. So dissatisfied with the routine activities. The entrepreneur is always dissatisfied with the routine activities. Is prepared to withstand the hard life, many times the tougher life, and there is always a tough life as far as entrepreneurships are concerned. Although we say that so many executed cars and affordable and very nice life as far as the entrepreneurs or the udyojak we say in Marathi, the life is harder one. But still pleasure is there. Hard is a different thing and pleasure is a different thing. Within a hard life also, they got a pleasure. You should be the determined and have a patient, because in biotechnology within a night results are never comes. You have the ability to have a sense of leadership. You should consider the problem of a people, exhibit the sense of a competitiveness. If already the product is available, you should also develop competitively another product, change the product. Then takes the personal responsibility. This many times I found that lacks in the people who execute the job. They not take their responsibility. माझं काम नाही, मी कशाला करावं? For this is the task, then you can't become a good entrepreneur. Then you should be oriented toward the future. What are the needs of the future? That such then tends to persist in the face of the adversity. If the adversity also comes, for example, today the pandemic is come, but whether you find that the so many industries have the double their income, so many have lost their income. Then question arises, if the problem is same, then why the some have the double income? Why? Because they have challenged the adversity and still found the opportunity as far as these things are. So this is the very important. I will also share this slide with Brunal madam later on. Then she will say that I request you to please nurture these all the incapabilities with you. The among the 65 students, I don't know how many exactly the students are there. If 5 students get a spark from this lecture and establish the industry, from the 5 students, a 500 can get a job. This is the guarantee of the biotech industry. Then also you have to decide the how is your personality, whether you are individualistic or organized or analytical or ethical. What happens throughout the education, we never considered ourselves, we never regarding. You should be aware that whether you prefer to work individually, whether you are organized, where you are analytical, where you are ethically rigid, whether you are collaborative, मदत करायला मदत दुसऱ्यांना मदत करायला आवडतं का, whether you are people oriented, whether you are yourself is the performance driven, whether you are flexible, whether you are innovative. Try to search out which kind of personality you have. Don't have just I have the degree of the biotech and please give me a job. Don't, please search yourself. And in education system we never have a such kind of a curriculum, such a lectures are there and such a workshop are there that give provide opportunity to identify ourselves. Once you identified, once you know the strength of yourself, once you know the weakness of yourself, then you can discover the opportunity in the environment. Suppose this is the my weakness, how will I can overcome? Okay, and weakness are not weakness. For example, one person is there who while speaking he humbles. कोणी कोणी असतं ना बोलताना तो mumbling करतो. He can't talk continuously sentence. Okay, it is a weakness, but he has sold so many Bible. This is the success story. How he just knock the door and take a Bible and says, because he has a problem. As far as expression is concerned, after having a bell, he says that the excuse me, please have a time. Means in that way he is extending the word, and somebody said that the who has a time, that what you need, that I want to sell this Bible. Okay, I have taken the Bible. So that is the weakness, but it might be the positive story also. So that totally depends when you know to yourself. Ask the question what you are preferred work style, whether you prefer to work yourself or you work with other. How important is high salary and effort driven compensation? You say mindset a person doesn't important. Okay, whatever payment you will go, but mindset people are the most important. I should have a highest return. Do you enjoy teaching and supervision? If you say yes, no, mindset also yes, no. Do you have prefer the environment of the high or low change dynamics? Do you have just change easily? Do you have like to decide your own work schedule and your own boss? Can you thrive the high risk environment and make a decision under constant? If answers are like that in different A's, in different years, so you are mindset B, and B mindset people's chances are that they will be successful entrepreneur. This is just a very small psychological test. So suppose if your questions are answered like that, you are very well good for the biotechnology or any kind of entrepreneurship. Otherwise, the jobs are better for you. Somebody will give to you task and you will execute. But I think jobs are just give the returns. And I know that the majority of people who are listening, that major, although you are not, you are seeking, sir, मला job लागेल का नहीं, I will do the job. Although these are the things are there, but I know that those people who are already working, they are a part of jobs, and the jobs are boring. Jobs are many times boring, not always boring, but the many times boring, but the career is always a pleasure and always give the good returns. Hence I request you to this. Hence I end up with this. Okay, one task also, that nowadays students are not like to read the books. Hence I have alternative idea. Suppose you want to build or search the biotechnology entrepreneur, whether it is available with you or not, I request you to please see these three movies. There are so many movies. Later on also I can give the idea. The one is the pursuit for the happiness. Happiness spelling is wrong there, but what for what purpose it is wrong, that we have to search in. This is the story of Christopher Paul Gardner. Very nice movie that you have to see, that how hard time comes and still entrepreneur. This is the successful person nowadays in America, but how he have built this. Once upon a time, he doesn't have any home. Means homeless person how he built the empire. Very nice story. Another story from movie Masala. This is a very nice movie by the Girish Kulkarni. The story of Praveen Masale. बस स्टँडवर तुम्ही ऐकायला भेटतं लोणचं प्रवीणचं. So Praveen Masale wale is nothing but the Hukaimchand Chordia. This is a very nice, not exactly copy of it, but many things are taken from the Hukaimchand Chordia. And one more important movie is the Gulab Jan. So all these movies are the emotional also, and Gulab Jan is too much emotional movie. But the beyond emotion also, how you can inculcate the entrepreneur within you. I think this might be the inspiring story. And suppose if you develop, nurture your interest as far as entrepreneur, contact with me, contact with Mrunal madam. Will also give the so many lot of books or so many movies that you can establish. Complete करू degree आणि मग जॉबला लागू आणि मग typical. So this is will not serve you. I think I expect that the this. Then you may say that why sir you are doing the job. I also give the committee that within a 5 years I will not remain in a part of a job and I will be a successful entrepreneur. That is also word from me. Hence I have taken opportunity. Otherwise I never talk on the subject on which I never have any experience. So that's all as far as my lecture is concerned. and I am very much thankful all of you for patiently listening me. I wish best luck to my college, BHUP Arts Pharma Science College, for their Golden Jubilee celebration. And I am with you, sir. And whatever new ventures you are establishing, I am with you. I'm thankful to RS Patil, sir, MK Patil, sir, Dr. Sayyed, Dr. Munal Jogi. Thank you very much, and thank all audience. Thank you, Ramendra Jadhav, sir. Thank you.